Living happily ever after. Aries, that's the sense that I got when I felt the energy behind your cards, is I saw like a happy neighborhood with like a sunset and everything just looked perfect. And then I saw a mason jar, kind of like a jar closing. It's like you guys are looking for some sort of end all be all, final, like final home, you know. You're looking for your happily ever after. You're looking for your dream home, the home you're gonna grow old in. You're looking for a situation where it can just be happy forever and there will be no problems from that point forward. I don't think this sort of scenario actually exists, but that's the vibe I'm getting, especially with the Magician and the Ace of Swords. The Magician is creating something, so that's a goal. You guys want to create this happily ever after scenario for yourselves, Aries, and I don't blame you. Why not? You're trying to create the best life for yourselves. That's the goal here. That's the Magician. Now with the Ace of Swords, there's also an idea behind getting there. There's an idea on how to do this. And it could be a good idea because Ace of Swords right side up is clear. It is a clarity. So it's a clear idea. It's not like muddled or anything. Now the other thing I picked up on too was I saw potatoes, just like a bunch of potatoes. And I'm getting a sense of like growing your own vegetables or like a community garden. Because the first thing I saw was the neighborhood, right? Like a happy neighborhood. So I'm thinking like your idea or this idea that is now coming into your awareness that maybe you guys are something that's tied or at least relevant or tangential to your goal has to do with community, growing your own vegetables, or taking part in some sort of new community dynamic. Let's see what's on the bottom. On the bottom, we have the world. What did I say about community? It's the way that you interact with people. This could be about marketplace. This could be about like where you fit into the world, and that's what your idea has to do with. Let's see what else is on the top here. Wow, the Empress next to the High Priestess. That is like a holistic approach. You know, that is like looking good, but with the High Priestess, it's like all natural beauty products, you know. It's like it's like stuff that, you know, is environmentally sound, environmentally conscious. All of that stuff is tied to your idea. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, it's a good idea. This is definitely a good idea, and I think that it's a good goal, and it will end up being happy and end up maybe being the happily ever after scenario that you envisioned. I mean, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's looking pretty good. So let's pull Oracle cards and see if we can get any more information, and then we'll do advice and see how maybe we can help you guys out with this idea. Anything else here for my Aries, please? Anything else for Aries? Aries signs? Anything else for Aries? Okay, Jupiter reversed is interesting. Jupiter reversed is almost like a food pantry. It is like a stockpile of goods for when there is a depletion of goods. So maybe your idea has something to do with sustainability and supply chains and stockpiling goods in an event of a lack of goods or preparation for, or maybe it has something to do with efficiency, right? So that we avoid having a lack, right? That's maybe your idea is tied to that somehow. Looking at the next couple cards, the number 2 with the staff, this actually gives me potentially like a staffing agency vibe. So that could be your idea. But because this is other people getting in on helping you do this. And then the cave here does again have to do with potentially stockpiling or storage. Let's just go ahead and pull advice. I don't think I'm gonna narrow this down anymore. And also, I think everybody has a little bit of a different idea, right? So there's no way I can narrow down the idea specifically for all of you. So let's just go ahead and pull advice and see how you can best get this idea off the ground. Or if it seems like it really will be the happily ever after scenario, how we can make this actually happen for you guys. Whoa, 9 of Cups. Your wish is granted, basically, 9 of Cups. Okay, this is just saying that you can do it. You can do it. Queen of Swords with the 9 of Cups. You have a clear-cut plan. Like I said, Ace of Swords. This is a good idea. It's a clear-cut idea, and you have a clear-cut vision. Your vision is crystal clear. It's like you got your eye on the prize. You have your eye on the prize. The prize is there, and is basically there for the taking. Let's see what else is on top. Wow. It seems like if your idea is tied to labor, I mean, that's showing up here. 3 of Pentacles and Page of Wands is physical labor. So if that's part of your idea, then that's just confirmation. But there's definitely people out there who want to jump in on your idea, who want to do this with you or who are going to be on board with signing up, essentially. That's the Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords, it's kind of like they just needed somebody to come up with the idea, and then if you do that, then they will follow your lead and sign up. Okay, that's the Knight of Swords. You guys are the Knight of Swords, and they're the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. All right, so it's a really good idea, and there's definitely people interested. That's these cards. Let's see what we get out of the Oracle card. Oh, on the bottom, Four of Wands. Four of Wands is happy celebration of potential success, right? But it's also a celebration of what you accomplished. So this idea, you can accomplish it. It's definitely doable. Let's see what we get from here. Anything else for Aries regarding this spread, regarding this idea, this goal, this maybe community project? Okay, this is very interesting. We've got Capricorn with the mouth. This is like starting something and maybe not even seeing the fruits of your labor in your lifetime. It's like Capricorn in the mouth is like getting the idea out there. It's kind of like, I think of Bernie Sanders. You know, he got the conversation going about a lot of like socialist ideas and a lot of like he got a new conversation going in politics, but he didn't end up being president, or like he's still just whatever he was in the beginning, a senator. But this is basically just propagating an idea. You don't even have to do the idea. The idea may not actually be completed in your lifetime, but it will still give you a sense of personal completion, even if you don't see it to its full final evolution, to its like final stage after you've completed this idea. You may not ever see it in your lifetime, but you bet your ass that whatever you start now is significant, and it will create a foundation for this idea that would otherwise not be there if you guys don't start it. If you guys start something now, you could create something that has sustainability for generations to come, and you might die seeing it 50% completed, but you'll still have the satisfaction of having built something really awesome from the very ground up. And that's what this is saying. Skull and Crossbones is saying, yeah, you may not see the end. You may not see the final form of your goal. You may not have the perfect, it may not be happily ever after, but sure, it'll certainly be happily ever, right? You might get happily ever, just not after, or happily after, but just not ever, because this might be a really, really long-term project with Capricorn. It just might take a lot, and part of it's starting the conversation. So you can even start doing that now. Start the conversation now, start the ball rolling now. This is, no matter what, this is very much fated for you. This idea is, you're fated to follow this idea, Aries. You're fated to follow this path, Aries. That's what the universal hexagram is. And it will bring you a sense of gratitude. It will bring you a sense of purpose. That's the cup here. Even if, Skull and Crossbones, even if you get to the very end of your life and you didn't finish, you will have constructed something that you can be proud of during your lifetime, because it was just so huge that you couldn't have possibly finished it, but it's also so huge that it's worth having started. All right, that's going to be a reading, Aries. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to follow the channel, subscribe, and also check out Patreon if you want to support me, support what I do, and check out and see some other videos. With that, I will see you guys next time.